This is no mere ranger. He is Aragorn, son of Arathorn. You owe him your allegiance.
Aragorn of Lord of the Rings fame is one of the most bad-A characters in all of fiction. The Forgotten King was more than instrumental in the War of the Ring, helping in battles such as Helm's Deep, Pelennor Fields, and the Black Gate. He was one of the first members of the Fellowship to help Frodo transport the ring, and even protected the hobbits from the ring wraiths. Twice! And I realized pretty quickly that if I'm going to be doing Lord of the Rings videos, I'm going to have to do some research. That being said, Aragorn's backstory is just as hardcore as he is, and it included fighting pirates. Now for his class, I'm going to go with what J.R.R. Tolkien said he was, a ranger, as Aragorn is described as a Dunedain ranger. And I'm going to quote something that isn't the book for once. Game Rant says on their site about the Dunedain rangers, they lived outside the margins of civilization, patrolling the wilds and keeping a watchful eye for signs of evil. Which I'm going to compare to the first line under Deadly Hunters in the player's handbook. Warriors of the wilderness, rangers specialize in hunting the monsters that threaten the edges of civilization. And you cannot tell me that those lines aren't saying basically the same thing. To give you a little bit more, Aragorn was able to track the Uruks that kidnapped Merry and Pippin for miles and days, to which the book says rangers learn to track their quarry as a predator does. I also want to quote this line. Faced with city-bred adventurers who grouse and whine about the hardships of the wild, rangers respond with some mixture of amusement, frustration, and compassion.
Gentlemen, we do not stop till nightfall.
What about breakfast?
We've already had it.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
Don't think he knows about second breakfast, Pip.
What about elevensies? Luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, supper. He knows about them, doesn't he?
I wouldn't count on it.
Pippin!
The last thing I want to say is something I mentioned in my overall video, and that's that rangers know how to survive in the wild, with one more line from the book that heavily implies my point. Coddled city folk might not know how to feed themselves or find fresh water in the wild, but they make up for it in other ways. To point to Weathertop, Aragorn was able to identify a plant that could help slow the spread of Frodo's poisoning, and that's why I think Aragorn is a ranger. But what do you guys think? What would his subclass be? Am I crapping on the good name of Tolkien like this commenter seems to think I am? Let me know in the comments and tune in next time to Out of Initiative.